The Jewish Museum of Greece was established by Nicholas Stavroulakis in 1977. It displays 2,300 years of Greek Jewish history. The collections and archives of the museum contain over 10,000 artifacts. The history of the Jews in Greece can be traced back to at least the 4th century BCE. The oldest and most characteristic Jewish group in Greece are the Romaniotes, who are distinct from the Sephardic Jews and came to be associated with Greece from being part of the Eastern Roman Empire. Here we can see a typical Romaniote synagogue inside the museum. Greece had a large population of Sephardi Jews and is a historical center of Sephardic life. The city of Thessaloniki was called the Mother of Israel for this reason, and more than 60% of its population was once Jewish. Greek Jews played an important role in the early development of Christianity and became a source of education and commerce for the Byzantine Empire and throughout the period of Ottoman Greece, until suffering devastation in the Holocaust after Greece was captured and occupied by Axis forces. Despite efforts by Greeks to protect them, some 4,000 Jews were deported from the Bulgarian occupation zone to the Treblinka extermination camp. In the aftermath of the Holocaust, a large percentage of the surviving community emigrated to Israel or the United States. As of 2019, the Jewish community in Greece amounts to about 6,000 people out of a population of 10.8 million, concentrated mainly here in Athens, Thessaloniki, Larissa, Volos, Ioannina, etc. The traditional language of Greek Sephardim was Judeo-Spanish. The first settlement of Ashkenazi Jews in Greece only occurred in 1376, much later than the Sephardim. Jewish immigrants from France and Venice also arrived in Greece and created new communities in Thessaloniki, making almost 60% of its population Jewish, earning it the nickname the Mother of Israel or Little Jerusalem. After the Alhambra Decree of 1499 expelled the Jewish community from Spain, between 15 and 20,000 Sephardic Jews settled here in Greece. The Ottomans welcomed the Jews because they improved the economy. These Jews established Greece's first printing press, and the country became known as a center of commerce and learning. However, Ottoman Jews were obliged to pay special Jewish taxes to the Muslim authorities, as Greece was under Ottoman Muslim rule. These taxes included the jizya. Sometimes local rulers would also levy taxes for themselves, in addition to the taxes that were sent to Istanbul, or Constantinople as it was known back then. In the middle of the 19th century, with the importation of modern antisemitism with immigrants from the West, just like we do today with the importation of unintegrated so-called refugees from Arab countries, Greek Jews soon became target of pogroms and anti-Semitic incidents elsewhere, such as in Rhodos and the blood libel of 1840. After the Greek independence, though, the Greek government won the support of the Jewish community, and Greece under Eleftheros Venizelos was one of the first countries to accept the Balfour Declaration declaring the establishment of Israel in British Mandatory Palestine. In 1934, a large number of Jews from Thessaloniki made Aliyah to Mandatory Palestine, settling in Tel Aviv and Haifa, building the modern Jewish state. However, disaster would soon strike. During World War II, Greece was conquered by Nazi Germany and occupied by the Axis powers. 13,000 Greek Jews fought in the Greek army. Countless Jewish soldiers and high-ranking Jewish officers sacrificed their lives and won medals while protecting Greece, underlying their integration and loyalty to their country, just like Jews in other countries serving their respective countries in the diaspora. Some 60 to 70,000 Greek Jews, or at least 81% of the country's Jewish population, were murdered by the Nazis. But some Jews were rescued by the Christian Greeks. The most important rescue efforts took place in Athens, where some 1,200 Jews were given false identity cards following the efforts of Archbishop Damaskinos and the police chief Angelos Ebet. In 1947, a large number of Jews of Zakynthos made Aliyah to Mandatory Palestine. When the island was almost leveled by the great earthquake of 1953, the first relief came from Israel with a message that read, "The Jews of Zakynthos have never forgotten their mayor or their beloved bishop and what they did for us." This reminds us of what Jew means in Hebrew, Yehudi. It means he who is thankful, from the root choda or thoda, thankfulness or gratitude. On October 7th, not 2023 but 1944, Greek Jews, during the uprising in Auschwitz, attacked German forces with other prisoners, storming the crematoria and killing about 20 German guards. A bomb was thrown into the furnace of the crematorium, destroying the building. Before being massacred by the Germans, the insurgents, the Greek Jews, sang a song of the Greek partisan movement and the Greek national anthem, again underlying their loyalty towards Greece. Today, a Jewish minority continues to live in Greece among the hostilities against Jewish people and Israeli tourists. As of 2020, about 5,000 Jews live in Greece, mostly in Athens. Today, they are integrated and are working in all fields of the Greek state and the Greek society, such as in fields of economy, science, and politics. In the world where antisemitism is growing every single day, this community shows how integrated and how successful a community can be in the diaspora in the face of all hurdles.